Hello, guys.
What's up, yo?
Let me get a little comfortable. Whew. Are you comfortable? You look
I'm good.
uncomfortable.
I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm gonna relax a little bit. It is time for Marriage Monday. Let's see if we can. No, I was looking at the numbers. Hello, guys.
What's up, everybody?
Happy Monday. I hope that you all are doing well. It's time for Marriage Monday. When you come in, you can speak. You can say hello. Send us some hearts or thumbs up. Something. Today, we're going to be talking about love languages. Pretty interesting. We had like a little mini conversation about it, and that's how um, we got on the topic of love languages. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any comments or anything like that. Make sure I can see you guys, see all of the comments. Oop. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about love languages today. Hi, Nicole.
What's up, Nicole?
So, we want to really discuss how love languages play a role in your relationship. Is it good or bad? Or, is it necessary to, I don't know, is it perform love languages or operate in your love language?
Are you trying to find the right word?
Yeah, I'm trying to, yeah. Because I don't want to go through
Practice.
this. Yeah, practice love languages.
What's up, Mom J?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. All right. So, love languages, understanding the role. Is it good or bad? But before we do that, we're going to define each love language because maybe you know, maybe you don't know. Do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So there are, as everyone probably already knows, there are 5 love languages. The first one that we chose was words of affirmation, and that's how you express your love through verbal affirmations, compliments, and encouragement. The second one was acts of service. That's basically you showing love through acts of service, like running errands, rubbing feet, uh, buying drinks, stuff like that.
No,
What?
that's not that. Acts of service is showing love through acts of kindness, running errands, chores,
without being asked,
offering assistance without being asked, and then receiving gifts is the next one.
Sorry,
you jumped ahead.
Okay. So receiving gifts, that's self-explanatory. That's pretty much like just buying random gifts. It could be, uh, a bouquet of flowers, a thing of flowers. You buy a thing of flowers, or like sometimes what I'll do is I'll like stop at the Dollar Tree and get her like a bag of gummies. That's like her favorite thing. Another one is quality time. That's basically spending meaningful, undivided attention with one another, and practicing activities like deep conversation while being present. And then there's physical touch, and that's how you express your affection through physical contact, such as hugs, kisses, and holding hands, or holding hands, because you don't have to hold hands.
Okay. So now that we know what is, hi Sammy, I hope you're having a great day. Good evening. So now that we know what each of the 5 love languages are, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. The first question that we have on tonight that you can engage with is, do you believe you have to practice or operate in all five of the love languages?
Personally, I don't believe you do, but I think to have like a thriving relationship, you should. You?
Um, no, I don't believe you have to. I think they're a good component of a relationship, or
Yeah.
um, but operating or practicing them all of the time, like every single day, if you will,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think no.
I agree.
And so you guys can oh, they said explain, Audrey.
So if I just, I believe it depends on you and your partner. Yeah,
Yeah, true.
I agree.
That's very true.
But I'll explain why I said what I said. So if I just did acts of service every single day and I didn't perform anything like words of affirmation, I didn't buy Samara any gifts, I wasn't spending any quality time with her or physical touch. Um, if I'm just like running errands for her, then this is just what I believe personally. I just don't believe that our relationship will go that far. If that's all I'm doing for her. What,
That wasn't the question.
what was the question?
Do you feel like you have to operate all of them
Yeah,
and
but
not just
your mom said explain. Your mom wants me to explain why I said what I said.
okay? Am I confused about what you said?
I said that you don't have to practice all of the love languages, but I feel like to have a thriving relationship, you should. And that's something that me and Samari do naturally. Like her main love language is acts of service. Okay, that's her main love language. But I practice all of them. Words of affirmation. I buy her gifts. Just random gifts. Quality time. Physical touch. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think my main one for me. I hope I explained it to your mom. That
Yeah,
sounds
it's
contradictory.
contradictory. It is
How's it? What am I saying is contradictory?
like no, it's not necessary, but yes, it is necessary. That's what it sounds like.
So you said, do you have to practice all five love languages? I said, no, you don't have to, but you should. So have to is like it's mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Should
think
is just a
I don't
suggestion.
think it was.
No, 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 no.
It was.
I'm
I don't.
not.
Yeah, I don't think
I'm
it was.
sorry. So okay. So the question was, do you have to practice all the love languages? Like, do you have to? Is it mandatory?
Mm-hmm.
I personally do not believe it is mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Some relationships are just different. But me personally,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I believe that I should for my relationship to thrive. That's, I mean, does I hope that
your hand movement to thrive.
I hope that makes sense to everybody. But no, I don't believe it's mandatory. No, but like I said, for the relationship to thrive and progress, you should.
Okay. I feel like that was the better
That was a
explanation.
better.
Yeah,
Okay,
better
I
explanation.
apologize. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Kima said I desired them all randomly at different points in times. Understandable.
Yeah.
I can.
We want
With
thriving
thriving marriages,
marriages.
we really do.
Definitely.
Second question of the night is: do you have a primary and secondary love language that is non-negotiable? Like your partner has to practice when it comes to dealing with you. You want me to go?
Yeah, you can.
So acts of service and words of affirmation. Like I have to feel like or like hear that I'm doing good, or you know, or just like little you're beautiful and stuff like that. Like I that just makes me look giddy. I don't know. And then when you like do things or like help me, like especially if I am struggling with something, and and you come in and you like help me without me saying, hey, can you help me? If you just naturally see that like I need help and you just jump in,
Yeah.
and you take that weight off of my shoulder, I love you. Love you even more. I mean, I do, I do love you, but I love you even more.
Okay. So I think for me, I would say like I would say it was physical touch, and
Now,
it
we're
what?
what's your primary
Okay,
and what's your
I'm getting to
secondary?
that. Okay, so I think my primary is quality time. My primary is quality time, and I'm talking about like I like chilling, watching a movie, no phones, stuff like that, or like just having a simple conversation. Um, all right, and so my second one I think would be like physical touch. I like that physical touch. Um, yeah.
Okay. My mom said her primary is acts of service. Yes,
Mhm.
we agree here. Um, and hello, Denisha. Hope you're having a great evening. Um, so now that you know your primary, your secondary, what's like non-negotiable, what's your least needed one? Do you feel is your least needed, or do you have one that
I
you
say the
just
least needed is receiving gifts. Like that's cool, but I really don't need like
is there does it stem from anything? Like, my least favorite is physical touch. And it's not that, like, I was like something bad happened, or like I got hugged too much or something like
yeah.
that, or anything like
You want
that.
to be touched when you want to be
Yeah,
touched.
I just don't like being touched at all. Like, he his is physical touch, and he likes, I don't know why I'm talking about my hands like that, but his is physical touch, and he will randomly, can I get a kiss, can I hug on you, and he's like this and stuff like that, and I don't like that.
And
I
the
want to
thing
know
is,
why you're
like,
on me.
the thing is, I know this. Like, I know. Sometimes I like to mess with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I know, like, I know when to touch her when she wants to be touched. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I like to, touch her when I want to touch her. You know what I'm saying? So I mess with her sometimes. But yeah, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Um,
My mama said my least one is physical touch.
your dad, what's your dad? He said
Primary is, I'm guessing he said
comfort.
comfort, physical touch. Um, Hold on. Is he saying his primary is comfort and his secondary is physical touch, or is that the?
Oh yeah, so he's saying his secondary is physical touch. His primary is comfort.
I think we're.
uh,
What's your primary?
so there are words of affirmation,
Affirmation.
acts of
Service.
service, receiving gifts, quality time, or physical touch.
Yeah. Okay. Asia said her primary is
His first is physical
physical
touch.
touch. Asia said my primary is quality time and secondary is acts of
Acts of service.
service.
Well, your dad said,
Yeah.
yes, you're right.
Okay. So we're almost 10 years into our marriage.
Yeah.
Um, when we first got married, and like love language just wasn't a thing. We were really trying to figure um each other out.
Yeah.
There was like conflict with
Yeah.
us with our love languages. Nicole said my primary is physical touch and my secondary is the words of affirmation. Sure. That's different. Yeah. Oh no, that's the same as like mine. Because I was
Are
just
you
like,
just
well,
saying
no,
it's
most
different
people don't
because?
say words of affirmation, but
Are you saying it's different because she's a woman, or
no?
Okay. I was just wondering.
No, some women like a lot of women love physical touch.
I was just wondering.
No, I was saying the words of affirmation, but that's not uncommon either. Yeah.
Okay.
I just words of affirmation.
See, I asked that because I was like, are you saying that because she's a woman because you and your mom?
Yeah, physical touch. I don't know. I think we're just a little weird because some people love physical touch. I don't know.
My least is gifts. Yeah, that's how I am. My least is gifts. I don't need gifts, but I do appreciate them. I just really don't care too much for gifts. So.
I think there was like a second part of that question. Like did your with your primary and your secondary, did it stem or like your no?
Oh,
what was
you
it?
asked me did it stem
from
from something? I know what was my primary. Quality time. Secondary was physical touch. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not really sure if it like stemmed from some type of childhood experience. Or I just know that it's something that's important to me. Because me personally, I'm a big family guy. I love family. I love being around family. So maybe it's from that. You know what I'm saying? That's really the only thing I could think of.
Okay. I would say my least favorite. Hold on. I said my least favorite was physical touch, which it is. And yeah, that doesn't stem from anything. But when you said like receiving gifts,
yeah,
like that doesn't stem from anything.
I mean, that probably stemmed from a lot of missed birthday parties growing up.
So is it that it's your like least expected thing or your least needed thing because you just don't like it or just because you've suppressed that part of your
dang, Samar, you getting deep, aren't you?
Well, I mean that's
I think okay. I mean no, I mean
some people
cool
suppress like their memories in their life. So in like present time and like future, in future like or no in present time, because like they've suppressed that portion of their life, it plays a role. Yeah. In their present life. So I just want
I just think that's probably what it is. I had a lot of missed birthdays, and just when I was in college, I really my birthday was just a regular day. You know what I'm saying? Like So I mean, I don't like gifts. Like when I receive gifts, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really expect gifts, but I think most likely it's probably just suppressed. Like that's how it is. Yeah.
Instead, my dad said he didn't get a lot
either.
Oh, okay.
And then
that's understandable. Yeah. So it plays a role in how you your love language now. I never really Akima said for me, I never really got gifts, so they're not important to me. But I was shown love through experiences and love that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's good. Yeah.
My mama said my husband is extremely touchy. He is. And Harvey said my primary is acts of service, my secondary is affection,
and my least is gifts. Okay. Okay, so we got a few people
that just
don't really care for gifts. Yeah.
I mean that's understandable. Yeah. Like if something is special and we do something special and I don't receive something, I can understand that. Yeah. Okay. We're on 3. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. 3. Yeah.
So has there been a point of conflict or miscommunication when it comes to your partner performing? um their love
Yeah.
languages.
So we were talking about. I think we were talking about in the beginning of our marriage. We was trying to figure out like what each other's love languages were. And I know for me, like my wife did not. In the beginning, she didn't want to be touched. I'm like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like I would hug her or try and kiss her, and she ain't want none of that. And so through the years, I had to figure out like, and also with the help of my mother-in-law, like she'd tell me like, hey, you just gotta you gotta figure it out, and she would help me out too. But basically through the years, it clicked. As some of the years, I say probably halfway into our marriage, it started to click slowly. You know what I'm saying? Now I fully understand. I fully understand. Me personally, I know I like physical touch, but I like my space too. You know what I'm saying?
Like a good
So,
balance.
oh yeah.
Yeah, good
Sometimes
balance.
I don't want to be bothered at all, and we like that's where we both are really good because I know she need her space. She know when I need my space. So, but yeah, it was just something I had to figure out, and now it clicks completely. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, sometimes I still mess with her, and I just touch it when she don't want to be touched. So, you know,
How does that work out for you?
I mean, you might push me away, tackle me. I don't know. She's been tackling me lately. Um, okay. Your mom said, "Gift me up."
I
I
love
love
gifts.
gifts. Oh yeah,
She does.
yeah.
She really does. It can
Um,
be the most random thing. She
mhm.
loves it. Nicole said, I have never been materialistic, so gifts are not a big one for me, but I always want the physical touch and hear your words.
Okay. All right, we back, y'all. Can y'all hear us?
Hold on. It's hold on. Okay. Can y'all hear us now?
Hello.
Okay, you can.
Yeah, they can hear us. I just want to
Okay.
make sure. I just want to
But
make sure.
you left it.
All right.
Our apologies. Somebody decided to call.
Okay, so where were we?
We don't lost our little train of thought for a second. Lord.
Dang, what was we talking? Were we on three, or we just
Well,
finished up three?
we were on 3 and 4
Three and
because
four. Okay.
about the conflict.
Okay.
So our current question that we're on: what type of conflicts has not performing love languages, like your partner's preferred love language? What kind of conflict has it caused in your relationship?
That's a good one.
I will say, like, for me, acts of service is one of my big ones. and like it's a non-negotiable for me. And if he doesn't like help me or do things for me when I need help or something like that, and I have to continuously tell him like do this or can you help me with this, and or you said you were going to help me with this, and he does not do that, I am frustrated. I am angry. Um, I don't want to talk. I don't want to help you. I don't want to do anything. Like I'm. It's kind of like a little tick for tat because you don't perform my love language or do for me. I'm not gonna do for you. That's bad. That's really bad.
And I know for me, like when it comes to quality time, I get like if I'm talking to my wife and she got her phone, I get very frustrated because then I'm feeling like you're not listening to me. And I always like growing up, I was always talking to somebody, you look them in the eyes, you show them some form of undivided attention. And like me, if I'm not getting that, I'm frustrated and I don't want to talk no more. Like, if somebody not listening, stop talking. That's how I be thinking. You know what I'm saying? So that like, yeah, that does cause conflict, you know what I'm saying? And so that'll be, that's just us just taking space from each other. Or just we'll just get that space and just go, our separate ways. And we do talk about it as well too. So but yeah, it does cause conflict, yeah.
She says she gets that from her daddy.
Ah!
Kimmy said me too. I get mad when I have to ask more or less, ask more than once. Yeah, I hate that. Once I ask you the first time, then I feel like I'm begging you to do something for me, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So if I ask you one time, or if I have to ask you, I'm slightly annoyed. If I have to ask you more than one time, I'm pissed off. But if you see me and you know that I need help, or you that you can't help me with that, then
Yeah, but I got a question about that. How can somebody just know? So like, what if you're in the kitchen cleaning up? I come downstairs, get something to drink. I'm really not paying attention, and I just go back upstairs.
You should be paying more attention.
So I mean, but
pay better attention.
But that's where I feel like that's where communication comes in. Like, why don't you? Hey, I need some help.
See,
because my mind, hold on, my mind just might not. I might not be paying attention, and it's unintentional. You know what I'm saying? So why can't you just, hey, I need some help?
But why do I have to? Okay, if you know,
like I said, I'm not paying attention. What if I come downstairs, I got on earphones, I'm listening to something, and I'm getting something to drink, looking at my phone, and you in there cleaning the kitchen. I get something to drink, I'm still looking at my phone, and then I walk out and go back upstairs. I'm not paying attention. I'm just not paying attention. So I'm saying, why, like, with that, hey, I need some help. What's wrong with that?
Okay, you see, I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I know how to. So, if you know that I've been
Wait, you keep saying if I know,
but you know already as
what do I
my
know?
spouse
What do I know?
that I've I don't got up early. I've been working, cleaning, cooking, all this stuff, and this is like I gotta clean the dishes.
Okay.
Kitchen's a mess. You know that I've had
So
to work and
that.
do all of this stuff all day.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
what?
Like, dang, how
so I mean, I'm sorry. Are you essentially saying that
like
you shouldn't have to communicate?
Yeah, you know what I've endured. You know what's on my plate.
So then what's the point of communication?
So I have to tell you every single time?
No, I'm not saying. No. I'm not saying it every single time. You know that I know, like, okay, if I come in the kitchen and I see you cooking, I'm gonna get them dishes and bust them suds. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
see,
saying?
Kima
But
said, but after being with someone for a certain amount of time, you should know some
I
things.
see.
You should just
I
know that.
disagree. I disagree with that. I disagree with that because what is the point? If I should just know, that means I have to be a mind reader. What is the point of communication?
I just really feel like there's just some like
Now I get
without
it. I
communicating,
get it.
there's just some things like you should just know like
I get
she
that. I get that. So
I had a
that
laundry
means
list of things I had to do, and this is something extra. Let me just take this off our plate. I,
I'm saying though, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying this is all the time. I'm not saying like every day I come in the house, I come in the kitchen, I see you cleaning up. This is definitely not an everyday thing. But I'm saying there are days when my mindset, I'm just not even thinking about anything but what I'm looking at. I'm just not paying attention. Right? I'm not paying attention. And I come in the room, I walk out, and you upset. And I'm like, hold up, what you upset about?
because I'm working, I'm doing this,
Yeah, but
and then you
hey,
just walk past me.
but you don't think like, hey, can you stop what you're doing to help me? You don't think that's necessary? Because
I don't
communication
know.
is
I'm
important, right?
confused. I mean, communication is
Communication is very important. So in that case, okay, by that logic, I, when it comes to food,
mm-hmm.
you shouldn't have to ask me. You should not ask me what I want. You should know what I want when I want it, right? If you're going out and you're getting something to eat, don't ask me what I want. Just get it because you should know by that logic.
I mean, normally I do.
Yes, you do. What I'm
Because
saying.
I know you.
I'm saying.
So if you know me, then you should know. Hey, she's gonna.
But you forget that I'm not paying attention. In that moment, I'm not paying attention.
that's a you problem. That ain't a me problem.
But then,
Because
but then it
you
is your
should
problem.
you should always be
I get
paying
it, babe.
attention.
Yes, I get it, and I get it. But
She's
you,
a bad example.
how is that a bad
Okay,
example?
y'all weigh in because
Yeah, how's
I
that?
like what. Where are y'all?
How's that a bad example? Because like, what, communication is not important?
I mean, I'm
Because
not
I
saying
should know.
communication is not important, but after a certain,
But you forget. I think y'all are forgetting that I'm in a moment, in a said moment, I'm not paying attention. Look,
how do
okay.
you guys feel?
How about that time? One time I was upstairs cleaning up the room. Or matter of fact, I was watching all the kids. They going crazy in the house, right? And you just sitting at the table with your phone. And I'm just looking like, in that moment you should have known. Now granted,
I should have known that you needed help with the
right.
kids.
You should have known that I needed help because I was washing dishes. All the kids are running around. You should know. You should put down your phone and you should know that I need that help. But did you do that? No. What I should have done is I should have said,
Okay, you said she should know, and you just said I should know, right? But then you said, and then you should
I
know
should know,
to pay attention.
this
And then Harvey
this
said, "A
should know.
closed mouth don't get fed." So I have to
This should
communicate.
know. This should know. I don't get it because like I should just know. Like I don't.
So after being with me for almost 10 years, you don't pick up.
Babe, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Then
putting.
I'm
This is
confused.
for the sake of conversation. What I'm asking. Okay, so you believe? Okay, I'm asking you. Is communication important?
Communication is important.
Right. So if I'm not paying attention to something, you want me to pay attention to, what do? You say something, right? Or should I know to pay attention to it when you want me to pay attention to it?
Both. If that makes sense. It probably don't make sense, but because I mean, you should.
I mean, I get that. I know you, right? You know me. I
I'm
know
trying to
you.
figure out what else to
But
say
what
than
I'm
you
saying
should know.
is
But
my mindset, I just might not be in that frame of mind to be paying attention to what's going on out in the world around me. I might just be in my own little world in my phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just not paying attention. You could be sweeping the floor. Sweeping the floor is trash all over the floor. And I'm just not, I'm like, I'm laughing on my phone, not paying attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so immersed in the phone. Is that not a thing? That's a thing, right? Right? You locked in the phone, right? That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think it is okay for me to not always know. I think sometimes, hey, sometimes you gotta say something. Like Harvey said, closed mouth don't get fed. Sometimes you gotta say something. I feel like sometimes you have to. I feel like communication is important, right? What's the point of it if I should know?
I just okay. Okay. All right. What's our next question?
This is just for the sake of conversation, y'all. I just
Okay,
question.
okay,
Okay, but going forward, my advice would be to pay more attention because now she said something. Definitely, I agree. I agree. I agree for sure.
Okay.
I don't disagree with that.
All right. What's our next question?
So
Oh,
5. Are we at 5?
oh, yeah. What positive effect does having or practicing love languages have on your relationship, and in regards to your connection with your partner? Oh, Aisha said,
I understand where y'all both coming from. With Samari's side, us women tend to expect men to always be on their toes whenever they come into the house. Let me help my wife to make sure she doesn't need help, seeing as how most days it's a routine. With Adrian, men tend to have moments when they can relax their minds and not focusing on things to gather their mind. Us women just are used to always going, and men taking their breaks regardless. It's a good debate, though.
Now, a man will take a break regardless of the situation.
Discernment in marriage or Tree said discernment in marriage or relationship. Definitely, that's important.
Yes, discernment is really.
Asia made a good point though. Definitely.
Yeah, now that was a really good because it's it's especially about like the routine.
Yeah.
And helping because you know this is gonna come up, this is gonna happen. But I can agree with her. She said a word right there that a man gonna have their moment regardless of it can be a stressful situation. Boy, you will take a break. No matter what's going on. I'm just gonna take him a good hour-long break.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
It could be 50 things that has to be done, and he's gonna take a.
If I'm stressed and I've had it up to here. Hey, I just need. Sometimes I need that. Yes. But yeah. So, did we finish 5?
No.
Okay. What positive effect does love language have on your relationship and connection?
We're just looking at each other. Answer.
Yeah. So, what positive effect? So, the positive effect is growth. I think growth in our relationship. I think when you're practicing all the the love languages, or when you're practicing their primary love language, you fall deeper for that person. So there's more love, growth, trust. A lot of those aspects, a lot of those relationship aspects just increase. So I think that's the positive effect. What are we laughing at?
It's
right.
just awkward.
Okay. You want to say something.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm cliche.
What?
Like, oh, we just got a stronger connection. I feel like that's so cliche.
I mean, yeah, it's cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your mom said the connection would be fire, but first you would have to be intentional and consistent. Consistency
is key.
That's a fact.
Because
yes.
And that brings up a really good point
Yeah.
because I like, I like access. I like words of affirmation, acts of services, but receiving gifts, that's kind of like uh, well, would have been buying flowers
Yeah.
is an act of service.
It is.
Technically, by definition, no. Okay, no,
I think buying flowers
no,
is
it's
more of a
a
gift
gift,
for me.
gift.
Yeah.
But okay, but my point was with the consistency.
Hmm.
Um, the like being consistent with doing these things because like Adrian got me used to getting flowers. Like I would get flowers all the time, and now it's been like a good 2-3 months, and I ain't had no flowers. And I feel a certain type of way because I had to spend my
Oh
own
man.
money and go out and buy my bouquet of flowers. And flowers, it just don't feel the same. They're cute and whatnot. It's just, he got me used to a certain thing, and then he wheeled it back. It's been about 2-3 months since I got my little bouquet of flowers. And then,
Oh
I
man.
threw hints at him. Like, Lido had a bouquet of roses on sale for, $8, and he didn't pick up the hint. We were in the store, and I touched a bouquet of flowers, and, you know,
Yeah, that did. Oh man. All right. So
so consistency
yeah.
with
So,
love languages is key.
but let's not leave out the fact that I do buy you plenty of gummies and cranberry juices, okay, and ginger ales. So
But not
I'm
my flowers.
I'm consistent in that area. But yeah, I have been cycling with flowers. Um, Nicole said, "What about Indian?" Said, and no, she said not Indian, but Hydra. I know what you mean. She said so. She agrees with the increase. Your mom said, "I know that snug, Hydra."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
consistency is key.
Yeah,
You have to keep it going.
yeah. And I think when you're consistent with it and you're intentional, it becomes like it becomes kind of easy. You know what I mean? Um, Now,
So
granted,
why did you slack
the,
off?
granted,
Why did you
I was
slack off?
going there. The flowers. I'm used to getting her gummies and juice and all that stuff. So, but I I, I will get back to that. Flowers. Definitely bring you flowers. You deserve your flowers. Definitely, you deserve your flowers. Literally and figuratively. Figuratively. Okay.
It became a habit.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing? No.
What?
That is a habit. I don't know. A habit has like
What?
what's
Like
the
like me getting you gummies and stuff?
no,
Or?
when she said it became a habit. You know how like people say that like no, well, never mind. I answered my
What?
own question. Never mind.
Hold on. Explain. I'm. What you talking about?
Like like the word habit or getting into the habit of doing things.
Yeah.
Is that bad? Like or
Depends on what the habit is.
well, we're talking about love languages. Oh, she said that's a good thing. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had answered my
Yeah.
own question.
I can agree with
Consistency,
consistency. I have to work on it.
Yeah.
All right. That's good when you can admit it.
Yes.
Definitely.
I lost it. I had something at the forefront of my mind, and I
You
lost
forgot
it.
about it.
And it was just gonna roll on over to another question I had. My lord.
Well, might as well go into the next question.
Okay, you asked.
What strategies can you implement to learn or adapt to
Your partner's
love
love
language?
language. Yeah.
Okay. So, what strategies can you implement to learn or adapt to your partner's love language?
Well, I'm gonna implement communication because clearly
I'm gonna implement more attentiveness. Now, granted, and this is like in the situation I was talking about. This is not something that happens like all the time. I'm like very attentive to my wife, and she's very like she communicates well. I was just really like that was just for the sake of conversation, but this has happened before. You know what I'm saying? We have experienced this type of stuff, in our relationship before, and we had conflict. Now, granted, I'm not saying we're perfect now, but we're a lot better than we used to be. You know, so I'm definitely more attentive. Our communication is better, and we still got some areas to work on. Like I said, we're not perfect. But yeah, so what strategies can you implement to learn or adapt to your partner's love language? Hmm. I think okay, like we did say communication, attentiveness, intentionality,
Um,
like your mom said.
how do I want to say it? Okay.
But
Like be clear in what you
be clear and
desire.
concise. Yes. Oh, yes. So that's that
Like
communication right there.
because
Yeah.
I can say, okay, um, I'm trying to give a good example.
Look.
Um, what I want to say is, not only be clear
Yeah.
in like what you desire when it comes to your love language, but also compromise
Yes.
when it comes
Heck
to, because his is physical touch, mine is not. I do not like physical touch, but I know that that is something that he needs. So even there's times where I don't feel like being touched. I don't like it. I don't want to be kissed on. I don't want to be cuddled. But it's just like I know that he needs it. So sometimes I have to compromise how I'm feeling
yeah.
to give him what he needs
I agree.
because
Just basically making it not about you.
mhm,
I agree. Like, for acts of service, like sometimes I might not want to rub her feet, but hey, she asked me, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Even in that moment, if I don't want to do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do whatever she asks me, even if I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
mhm. Compromise. That means I will be touched all day. No, no, it's not what we're saying. No,
uh,
that means right now you can
yeah.
for like 2 seconds, and then that's it for a little minute.
Well, I got to be 2 seconds though.
Now I said that you can hug me, we can cuddle a little bit, but not for a long time. It got to be a little time limit on that.
Okay.
On that one specifically, because you just I don't want you to get, how they say you give a person an inch and they take a mile. I don't want you to get too comfortable, okay? I don't
That's
you
funny.
don't get beyond yourself, okay?
Your dad said understanding that your partner wants to be here no matter how you treat them or not, they want to be there. Mm-hmm. Definitely makes sense. Does anybody have any comments?
We got some long pauses
I know,
in
right?
it today.
You trying to
Last time I want to make sure that we're not missing anybody.
share some thoughts. What kind of thoughts do
But
you guys have?
I
What do
think
you
this
say?
was like a good conversation
Yeah, definitely.
to have, because I think if we would have had like this conversation in the beginning of our marriage, and you know kind of broke this down at the
Yeah,
start, it would have eased a lot of frustration that we had with each
definitely.
other.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
because yeah, we got frustrated over everything. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
marriage. Like in the beginning, marriage was tough.
and I liked him,
It
but I
still gets
didn't.
tough,
Yeah,
but
I liked you, but I really didn't like you like that.
it's easier to manage now.
Yeah.
It's easier to manage. Um, your mom said, "Who came with the 5 love languages?" I'm just curious.
In my
Oh,
no,
she talking about the. Oh, I thought you meant who came up with the conversation, but who came with the 5 love languages in general?
it
That's
was
actually a good question. But yes, Samara came up with the idea. I know that's not what you're asking, but
no, it was a study from a psychologist, I believe.
that's a good question, though.
Yeah, it was. Hold on.
And while she finds that, I want to share like when I was looking over this, I originally thought my only love language, my main love language, is just physical touch. But it's really not that. As I'm reading all the definitions of the five love languages, I'm like, yo, we practice all of these. But I have, of course, I have my primary quality time, secondary, physical touch. That's something I literally just discovered. Or I just not just discovered. Well, I just discovered that about myself. Yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. So the concept of the five love languages was mm. Okay. Learn how to stop. The concept of the five love languages was developed by Dr. Gary Chapman, a counselor and author. He first introduced the concept in his 1992 book, The Five Love Languages: How to Express Heartfelt Commitment to Your Mate. So that wasn't around long.
Yeah.
Technically.
You said 1992?
Yeah.
Damn, that was a year after I was born.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chapman, Dr. Chapman.
That's interesting, though. Because is it just five? Is it just five love languages? Or is it just? Are there
subcategories?
Subcategories, right?
That's something.
That's something to look into. There's something to look into. Yeah, I mean that's probably. I mean, I really can't think of anything else. What other love language would it be?
Well, we're just gonna Google.
That's a good question. Look, your mom got the eyes. That's a good question though. So I guess like the words of affirmation, express love through verbal affirmations, compliments, encouragement.
Okay, so extra categories.
Yeah.
Says that emotional support would be a subcategory.
Okay. And that's under what category? Emotional support would be like.
I guess.
Words, no.
Emotional support would be. It could be what under.
Just keep reading.
Okay, yeah, because you're gonna put it. Okay, so subcategories to love language would be emotional support, shared activities, surprise and spontaneity. Mm-hmm. Physical presence, and encouragement and motivation.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I mean, physical presence would be under quality time.
Yeah.
But wouldn't you need physical? Well, no.
Well, no. I mean, because I might.
Quality time could be like on the phone or.
Honestly, I could be if we're in the same. I feel like this is just me personally. I don't know if everybody agrees with this, but if we're sitting in the same room and we ain't got to say a word, we ain't even got to talk, but you're around, and that's what's important.
Okay.
You're around. Because, like, okay, for example, if I'm in the kitchen washing dishes, right? Samari might be sitting at the table looking at her phone. We ain't talking, but if she get up, I'm like, hold up, where you going? Where you going? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need you to sit back down and stay right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Okay.
And she'll just laugh like, "You want me to stay?" That's her. I'll be like, "Yeah, I want you to stay." Yeah. So, yeah.
It's the voices.
Yeah.
All right. And so that is all of our questions on tonight about love languages. I hope this sparked a conversation for you and your spouse.
Yeah, definitely. Because maybe some of y'all out there just thought you only had one love language like me, and you know what I'm saying? Or maybe, you have a love language you want to dive deeper into, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
now you want to practice more. So, this is really good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I want to make sure we don't have
Not to
and
reenact.
yeah, his voices be killing me because do I sound like that? But while we're on here, if I want to make sure because last time we clicked off and we had about 4 or 5 comments come through at one time,
yeah, that was.
and I want to make sure that did I do that or
No,
did
I don't think
somebody
you did.
do?
I
Oh,
think
okay.
somebody else did that.
We want to make sure, but while we're waiting on the comments, a little church announcements for Palace Ministries this Saturday, May the 11th, is our women's empowerment brunch. It starts at 11 o'clock. If you would like to, you can come and fellowship with us. Our theme this year is pouring. So we'll be pouring out and we'll be pouring into each other. It's going to be an amazing time. The itinerary, my mom let me take a peek at her itinerary that, the Lord gave her. And it is amazing. I can't wait for it. Wait to, get there. But if you have not, if you're interested in coming, it's going to be at the Palace, 3704 Renota Road here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. You can RSVP at palaceministriesws.com. And that way we have, some personalized goodie bags and things like that that will be given to each attendee, and we want to make sure that we have something for you. So you do have to RSVP for that. But yeah, that is our little plug in, our little announcement.
Shameless plug.
Very shameless because we gonna shout the Palace out every single time. All right.
I'm not seeing any more comments.
I ain't seeing nothing.
That means it's time to go.
It is. I got a good plate of food, and my stomach been growling ever since I got in here. So I feel like the work is done, and now I get to go eat.
Well, okay, everybody. Thank you guys for attending. Thank you guys for joining in on this conversation. We are going to leave. If nobody has anything else to say, I'm not seeing any comments. So, yeah. Peace. Have a great night.
You're gonna hit in.
Oh Lord. We go.
No, you gotta. You gotta.
You're welcome, Trees. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank y'all. Good night, y'all. Love y'all.